Welcome back to another episode of Misplaced Garage. So since my last update on the car, I kind of ran you guys through what it needed and what was going on with it. And so I ordered brake parts, but those aren't going to be here anytime soon, unfortunately. So I also ordered a chassis wiring harness and a fuse block. I ordered a painless system. The Painless is the brand. I don't know how painless it is, but we'll find out. But I'm going to get going on ripping all of the electronics out of this car so I can just start from scratch entirely, because I don't think there is a single thing on here I really want to save in general. And to start with ripping wires out, I think I'm going to start with the dash. I mean, I've already ripped a lot of wires out of the engine compartment, so that's something I don't really have to worry about. I intend on making a dash for this out of some nicer wood one day, so I'm going to keep these wood panels and just create something a little bit different for myself. There's nothing really wrong with the look of these. I mean, they're obviously old and tattered, and they function fine still. I just don't think I want them anymore. Unfortunately, I have to admit failure on something. You can see it in the frame right now, but unfortunately, the rust has come back with a vengeance. It like ripped up all of the paint that I put on there. I removed all the rust down to bare metal, so I don't know exactly how or why or what, but that side seems to be okay. It seems to be mainly this side and that side. That side is still fine over there, so maybe I just didn't remove enough rust there or what, but I guess I'm gonna grind it all back down and repaint it once again. This kind of sucks, but is what it is. Project cars. While I'm under the dash, I'm gonna go ahead and take out that whole pedal box assembly under there. I believe it's just the brake pedal on its own, so if I take these two out, it should just drop down. Since I don't know the threads on these screws, it'll be hard to find something that screws into this and then into there, so I need to take the whole pedal box out, and I probably should clean it all off and paint it because it's covered in some gnarly rust, so we'll look at that. Might be a good thing that I took this out. Gonna get this all wire brushed down and check out the damage on it and see what's going on with it. So that was just a quick wire brushing. I got rid of a lot of that random garbage on there. I think I'm gonna take it apart and actually like sand her down and hopefully throw a coat of primer on it. I think I may actually just take out all of these pedal boxes, like the clutch pedal and the gas pedal, because it just, even above it is rusty, so I think that needs a little bit of a coat of love. So we'll take these next ones out real quick. This whole brake apparatus is actually pretty simple. Consists of two major components basically. This slides into there. You have to pull that apart to separate these off of that, but not a big deal. It gets held in by these little circlips. I think that's what those are called. Remove the brake whatever these are called, brake light switch. I got a new one of those, so the old one was not working, so that should help me out there. But this is wire wheeled real quick. I know it doesn't look very good, so I'm gonna give it another go with the wire wheel and sander and hit both of these with 2 coats of primer. I ground down both of the surfaces so that they look a little better. You can see that the rust started eating away the metal a little bit, so there's a lot of little imperfections in that side, but that's okay because hopefully it won't continue to rust. It should be okay now. Alrighty guys, so I ground all of the parts down. I gave them 2 coats of primer and 2 coats of black. So now they look a little bit nicer, and I feel better putting this down underneath the dash because I don't like putting rusty and gross old parts on there. So I'm gonna put all these back together, and then I'm also gonna go under the dash and grind that down and get that primed and painted real quick. Waiting for it to heat up in here because it's about 20 degrees in here right now, so that is not painting temperature. So in about an hour or so it'll be a little bit warmer, and I should be near that 50-degree mark in which you can paint in. Gave it a coat of primer and 2 coats of flat black, just because I thought flat black would look better under here than the shiny stuff that I used on the brake pedals. That's just, I went with that to offset the shiny, I guess. I don't know. I think a flat black looks better. It'll hide all that imperfections in it. There's nothing like a good set of new hardware. Only reason I haven't put those 4 in is because of this bracket, obviously. Still have to make a bracket for over here, but I'm thinking that looks better up top. Not to mention, it looks 100 times better under here. I mean, there's still some rusty parts like that. I didn't want to take that off and have to clean it. The spring is a little dirty and rusty, but I'm not too worried about it. I mean, I'm gonna reiterate with this build, I don't intend on this car being show quality ever. Like, I just want this to be a fun weekend cruiser that I don't have to worry about braking or denting or blah blah blah, whatever it is. I just want it to be a fun lightweight car with some good horsepower.